I've come to the new Bern Fireman's Museum, so let's go inside and see what we can find. This is the 1884 steam engine fire truck. And behind it is the hose wagon that would be pulled down the street. This is a 1900 hose wagon. The steam boilers on these fire engines would be loaded from the back side. You can see the opening there. This is the 1885 hose wagon. This is a 1900 hose wagon that was actually built in Newburgh. This is a fire horse who died in 1925, and now it's set up as a talking horse exhibit. 1879 fire engine. They put nameplates for the mayor of the city at the time the equipment was purchased. This is the 1927 hook and ladder truck that they have on display in the museum. This stuff is fascinating to look at. This thing is really long. Can't imagine driving this thing. All wooden ladders in the back. They still have the fire poles in the museum, one for one company and one for the other company. This is the 1914 fire truck in Newburgh. This is the chief's office for the Atlantic Fire Company of Newburgh. They had two fire companies in this building. One on one side, one on the other. These are all the fire chiefs. In 1922, they had a big fire, and all the buildings you see in red, orange, and yellow were burned down. On the second floor, they have a display that shows what the city looked like after the fire. Nothing but a chimney section of the city. They then built a tent city for all the people that were burned out during the fire. On this side of the room, they have the story where many of the town and a lot of the firemen had gone to the football game where the Newburgh High School won the football game, but it was the night of the big fire. And they have a timeline along the wall of what was going on through that day. One thing I find fascinating about this display is that they tried to create a fire break to save the city by dynamiting houses. The only problem is it left a lot of timber on the ground, so the fire spread over it anyway. Well, I guess it sounded like a good idea at the time. This is the chief's office for the Button Company that was on the other side of the fire station. And the only way to get from one company to the other is across that balcony out those windows. But nobody went from one side to the other, so everybody stayed in their company. Now on this side of the fire company, they've created a children's play area where they can come and play and learn about the fire companies, and the parents can sit and watch them as the children have fun. Here is the only fire pole that is visible from the second floor. Of course, they've blocked it off so nobody will try jumping on the pole and going down, because that's a long way down. In this bunk room, they've got lots of toys set up that you can look at, and books. This is one of their bathrooms that they've got set up to show you what it would have looked like in here. In this room, on the second floor, they have pictures of the different fire companies and how they pulled the different engines. And on the other side of the room, they have a display of trophies and things that the fire company has won. This picture is particularly interesting. Notice the horse's hooves are off the ground as they took the picture. This is what the bunkhouse would look like. I highly recommend coming to this museum if you come to Newburgh. Well, until next time, see ya. The number on that fire helmet is the number of firefighters that died at Ground Zero 9/11.